What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. We are back at Custer State Park. So we left for about 6 days, went and stayed at a private campground, got caught up on some things that we needed to get done, laundry and things like that. That campground was full hookup, sort of. They never turned their water on.
So it's electric and sewer.
Electric and sewer, yeah. So me and Dylan made many trips back and forth to fill up our water jugs and bring them back and keep water in the fifth wheel so we could do some laundry. So that's how we spent the last 6 days. But what we also did was we took a trip over to Badlands National Park, and let me tell you something. I'm sure you guys have seen numerous videos on it. Tons of people on YouTube have been there taking video. We've seen all of them, I think.
Yeah.
And
we've seen a lot of them.
Even that couldn't really prepare you for what it looked like in person. What an amazing place. So we just want to give you guys kind of a recap of our thoughts on Badlands National Park, what we did, how we went through the park. So Badlands National Park was only about an hour away from Elk Creek RV Park, which is where we were staying. So we basically just went straight east and hopped off in Wall and went south of Wall into the park through the western entrance of the park. But before we got to the park, we had to stop and check out the Wall boondocking spot. Seen tons of videos, tons of people staying there, and just had to see if that place was as amazing in person as it looked in the videos. And I have to say, it absolutely is. We definitely want to check out this spot. We've been seeing so many videos about it. And it's a spot here just south of Wall, South Dakota, that you can actually pull up. You can boondock. It's just free dispersed camping right here, and you can actually boondock right on this this ledge. So no way we could drive right past this spot and not drive up here and check it out. You know, after seeing it for so long, you know, watching videos about it and seeing other people here. It was really wet to get up here. The truck was already filthy dirty. So yeah, it would definitely need to dry out a little bit. The road getting in here was really muddy, probably from all the snow melt and everything that they've had. Super muddy to get in here. So
it's definitely a spot that we might look into in the future for boondocking, though, for sure.
But there are a few people up here. There's a couple hardcore people up here that got their trailers up here and they're camping. Beautiful spot, just unbelievable. And once this dries up a little bit, maybe here before we get out of South Dakota, we may have to come up here and spend a weekend. Go ahead and show you guys what this looks like out here. So you can pull up around the edge. This will be your view. It's only a couple of miles north of the Badlands entrance. Highway 240, I believe it's 240. But man, what an absolute amazing view. Look out way down there. Alright, so that's that. Definitely worth the drive up here. Like I said, it was a little muddy getting up here. But now we're going to keep on heading south and take a drive through Badlands National Park. Hopefully check out Notch Trail. Going to plan on hiking that a little bit, so I'm going to get back on the road. Got to exercise the four-wheel drive on the truck a little bit to kind of get down the road and up the hill back to where it's at. Looking forward to going back there when it's a little drier. Hopefully it'll dry out here in the next month or so, and we'll be going to spend a weekend there for sure. So from there we left and kept heading south, and went into, like I said, the western entrance of Badlands National Park. We were hoping to see some wildlife there on our drive through the park.
And we got our wish.
Yeah, big time. It did not take long. Immediately, as soon as we entered the park, there were bison. There were tons and tons of prairie dogs. So
there were Bighorn Sheep.
We went up a little further, and just a little bit past where we saw the bison, we saw a ton of Bighorn sheep out in the field. that was kind of the theme throughout our drive through Badlands. Is we saw a tremendous amount of bighorn sheep. I mean, they were everywhere. So it was really awesome to see those guys out.
More than Custer, probably.
Yeah, we saw a few in Custer, but we saw a ton. If I had to put a number on it, I'd say easily close to 100. Yeah, so we continued through the park. Man, the colors on all the rock formations there are just amazing. I mean, the yellows, the reds, being able to see the different layers there, on the rocks when you're driving through. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place. There's like 16 overlooks that you can pull off on. We pulled off on, I think, almost all of them. And the views on, each one, the view just kept getting kind of progressively better. It just really felt like you were on another planet. I mean, just never seen anything like that. Dylan's big accomplishment of the day was wanting to go down
Do the Notch Trail.
Do the Notch Trail. So he watched a video on it the morning before we left.
And that's what it was some kids doing it, so that's why I wanted to do it. I think kids can do it, why can't I do it?
So after we drove through, that was kind of how we finished the day up, was that hike on the Notch Trail. So Dylan, give us your thoughts on the Notch Trail.
I have good and bad thoughts about the Notch Trail. First, it is a little steeper in real life than it is in the pictures and videos. Yeah.
And it's a little higher than you thought it was?
Yeah.
But he knocked it out.
Beyond the ladder, so far as a narrow ledge with steeper drop-offs. Watch your stepping down the trail. Yeah, it's not too hot, it's not too cold.
No, it feels great out, doesn't it? See the reflective marker, Dylan?
Yeah.
See? The little white markers?
Yeah. It's the Notch Trail. This is the infamous wooden ladder.
Man, you could not have drawn up a more beautiful day to come for a hike. It's about 55 degrees, light wind, just beautiful, beautiful outside. And we made it to the infamous Notch Trail ladder. So Dylan been watching some YouTube videos on this. He's excited to give this thing a try. So we're gonna go nice.
It's a lot steeper in real life, though.
We're gonna go nice and easy. Gonna go slow up there, and go to the top, and we'll catch you guys at the top.
Picture me, Mom.
All right, we did it. We made it up the ladder. Dylan made it up the ladder of the Notch Trail. Dylan, how was that?
Difficult. I've never done anything that difficult before in my entire life.
Yes, that is a major accomplishment for Dylan. But he did it, and we are up here. We made it up the ladder. Again, one of those things that.
Wish they had an elevator to get back down.
One of those things that that we've seen so many videos and so many people doing this, and you always think, man, that would be so cool to get out there and go do that. And that's really you know, this is just kind of the first of a long list of things that really helped push us over the edge to decide that we wanted to, you know, make a change in our lifestyle and do some full-time RVing. You know, even if that meant work camping, you know, just doing what we have to do to make it happen. And you know, this might not seem like a huge deal, but
it's a lot deeper in real life.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal for us to be here, and it's awesome.
I've not done anything that difficult in my entire life.
And Dylan has gotten so far out of his comfort zone that it's amazing. You're the man, Dylan. So now we just gotta get back down. You did it, dude.
It definitely lives up to where it said moderate to strenuous.
Moderate to strenuous, yeah. How was coming down? How did you like coming down?
No thanks.
No? Going up was cool, coming down not so fun?
Yeah.
Did great, man.
Thanks.
Crushed it. So is it hard to go up, or do you think it would probably be recommended as long as the kids are careful?
Probably recommend it as long as kids are careful.
I think so too.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh yeah, it's a little hard. Then once you get to the top, then you look back down, then it's really high.
But it was an awesome view from up there.
Yeah.
So what was it like walking down the actual trail before we got to the ladder? Was it crazy?
Yeah.
Yep.
It was a lot different than any hikes we've ever done in Florida, huh?
Yeah. That's true.
So then we got to the top, and once you get to the top of the ladder there, I mean, that's you can continue on from there, but from there it gets, you know, you have to kind of go along some pretty steep, there's some pretty steep drop-offs. There's not a lot of walking room there. Just a little more footage from the rest of this hike up here. I mean, such an amazing view up here. I kind of ventured around just a little bit further, but we didn't really continue on to the very end of that trail. We just kind of went to the top of the ladder.
That's where I stopped, because I was way too out of breath.
Took in the view from there, and then it was time to head down. So, heading down, not quite as smooth.
Did not happen as easily as it did going up for Dylan.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that too much.
You gotta tell him how we got down.
So I went down first.
Long story short, he went down first, and I had to scoot my butt down the ladder and the story onto the next thing.
But you got down, and we were very proud of you for completing that hike, right?
Yep.
It was difficult.
So Dylan went down one notch at a time, kind of on his butt, but hey.
Yeah. Anyway,
whatever works.
Whatever
It
works.
wasn't the fastest way. Wasn't the fastest way to get down, but he made it down, right?
Yeah.
Would you do it again? Now that you've done it already.
Now that I've done it, yeah.
Yeah, be worth it to do it again?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Mm-hmm. So we're looking forward to going back there because there are a lot more hikes you can do there that don't require climbing up and down a ladder. A lot of them have a boardwalk that you can stay on, so they're not quite as strenuous. So we're looking forward to getting back to Badlands once the visitor center gets open back up, and once things kind of get a little more back to normal. You know, we're definitely looking forward to getting over there and spending some more time there over the summer since we'll be in the area.
Another thing that Dylan wants to do when we go back is feed the prairie dogs.
Yeah.
So Roberts Prairie Dog Town is just outside of the eastern entrance to the park, and you can buy a bag of peanuts. So they were closed as well. So when they're open though, you can buy some peanuts, and you can go feed the prairie dogs. So that'd be pretty cool, huh?
Oh, yeah. And I think when we go back next time, if it's open, we're going to make a stop at Wall Drug Store.
Yeah, so we would definitely, so we'll definitely stop at Wall Drug next time when we go through. They're obviously closed right now, but it was really funny as we made our way toward Badlands. They're not kidding, tons of signs, right? Tons and tons and tons of signs.
And it's funny, like all of them didn't say closed, it was like two that said it was closed.
And it's kind of brilliant marketing, because I really think even if you had zero intention on stopping there, when they punch you in the face with so many signs over and over and over for so many miles, I think it just, I don't know, you just see so many signs, and they all advertise kind of something different. Even if you had no intention on stopping, I would venture to say that you would probably have to just hop off the exit there and just see what it's all about. I mean, so many signs, it's crazy. But
and I mean, what do you have to lose for free ice water and 5-cent coffee?
So we're definitely looking forward to doing those things as well, which is another reason we're happy that we're really going to be spending the summer here, especially since everything is kind of closed right now. We're hoping, since things in South Dakota anyway, so on this side of South Dakota, all the coronavirus,
as well as COVID-19.
Yep. They're not having a whole lot of new cases. We read an article today saying that this was second or third day in a row that the number of new cases has continued to drop. So hopefully that's kind of a sign everywhere. Hopefully that's the case everywhere, and things will get open back up. Things will get back to normal, and by the time summertime comes around, we'll be able to visit some of these places and really take in everything they have to offer, instead of just what we can see kind of from going on hikes and just riding through in the truck. Overall, Dylan, any final thoughts on Badlands National Park?
Awesome.
Awesome. And we didn't even get to see all of it.
Yeah.
A lot of the national parks were actually closed during this time, and Badlands is one that stayed open, so we're really happy.
I think it's like one of the only ones.
So we're really happy about that, because we got the chance to go in it and experience it while we're here.
There weren't a lot of people there, so that was very, very nice to be able to get out there and kind of go through the Badlands and make that drive through there without a lot of traffic, without a lot of people trying to hike the trails. So that made it kind of a little more unique experience for us, kind of being able to be out there by ourselves and just really take our time and just take it all in.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest at Chippy Outdoors. Bye, guys.
All right, we'll catch you guys down the road.